Suffering is one of the most complex and challenging issues we face in life. We all go through painful moments, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual. But how can we understand suffering on a deeper level? How does it fit into the bigger picture of life? C.S. Lewis, one of the most influential thinkers of the 20th century, dedicated much of his work to reflecting on these questions. Today, we will explore Lewis's view on suffering and how this reflection can help us find purpose and even growth in the midst of pain. In The Problem of Pain, Lewis begins by acknowledging that suffering is a universal reality. He doesn't try to minimize the pain, but instead seeks to understand why it exists. Lewis reflects that while pain is something excruciating and often incomprehensible, it is, in a sense, an inevitable aspect of the human condition. He reminds us that Jesus, a central figure in Christianity, also experienced intense suffering, which leads us to a deeper understanding of how suffering can have a redemptive purpose. Lewis argues that suffering has the power to transform us, making us stronger and more empathetic. In his own life, he faced painful losses, including the death of his wife, Joy David Mann. This personal experience led him to reflect on the possibility that suffering might be a way to draw closer to God. Lewis suggests that when we face pain, we may be forced to grow in ways that would not be possible during times of happiness. Suffering, according to Lewis, can be a catalyst for spiritual, moral, and even intellectual growth. A crucial aspect of Lewis's thinking about suffering is the importance of faith. He argues that faith in God is not a refuge from suffering, but a way to endure it. Faith doesn't eliminate the pain, but it provides a context in which we can better understand the pain and find a higher purpose. Lewis shares, in his works, how faith helped give meaning to his own experience of suffering, particularly during his personal journey with the death of his wife. Faith, for Lewis, offers a perspective that can illuminate life's difficulties and give us hope, even in the darkest moments. One of the greatest challenges that suffering presents is the question of how it fits with the belief in a loving God. Why would a good and all-powerful God allow so much pain in the world? Lewis addresses this question honestly and profoundly. He suggests that while suffering is a mystery, it is not necessarily an argument against the existence of God. Instead, Lewis proposes that suffering is a consequence of free will, which is necessary for true human freedom. Without freedom, genuine love would not be possible, and without genuine love, our connection to God would be superficial. C.S. Lewis offers us a profound and transformative view of suffering. He challenges us to see pain not as something to be avoided at all costs, but as something that can shape us and bring us closer to a greater purpose. If you are going through difficult times, Lewis's words provide a perspective that can bring comfort, reflection, and hope. Suffering is inevitable, but how we choose to face it can make all the difference. If you'd like to continue exploring more of C.S. Lewis's teachings, subscribe to the channel and keep following our content. Remember, suffering can be the beginning of a new journey of growth.